All right, so here is a huge bunch of parts. Well, it's not all that huge, but first we got the trailer coupling, the safety chains, the jack to hold the front of the trailer up, some front clearance lights, a rear clearance light because the trailer is going to be about 80 inches wide, and Virginia law says that you have to have a rear clearance light. So I got one of those. Tail lights here. One has got a license plate light on the bottom of it. The other one does not. Wiring harness here and license plate bracket there. And here is my axle. It is 6 feet center of the eye to center of the eye. By that I mean the mount where the spring will mount is here. To the other spring mount down here is 60 inches between the two of them. So the trailer is actually going to be wider than 60 inches. No, excuse me. That's not right. It's 72 inches between spring eyes. Because the trailer is going to be 6 feet wide, so 6 times 12 is 72. Silly me. So, get the tape measure here. Stick it down here on this spring perch, if it'll stay. And come down here, and it is 70 inches. So, 70 inches, close enough. And the bolt pattern on the end here is 5 on 4.5, and it's got the greasable hubs, so you don't need bearing buddies or anything like that. Comes with springs. It's rated for 3,500 pounds, and I got a bunch of steel here. Got some 120 wall 2x4. I've got 40 feet of that and 60 feet of 2x3 088 wall. So those are going to be my cross members, and then these 2x4 pieces here are going to be the sides, and I'm not sure if I'm going to make the front and back 120 wall or not. I haven't decided that yet, but I got some what they call drops here that they at the end of the 24-foot length that you have to buy. They charge extra money if you don't take the drop, so I took the drops. I'll use it for something else. So anyway, that's the start of my project. I'm going to assemble this axle tonight, put the springs and bolt everything on there so I get a true measurement of how wide my trailer frame needs to be, because I've got my frame hangers here that need to be welded to the frame. These hang down like that from the bottom of the frame, and then the spring eye bolt goes through here, and actually these hang down off of these, so like that. So it gives it a little bit of a pivot on the back side. Front ones don't have a pivot, but the back uses these arms to give it a little bit of wiggle room. So I'll show you what it looks like after it's assembled. Alright, so I've got the trailer axle all installed. The bottom plate, now this axle is upside down at the moment. Spring eyes on each side. Look down at the other end. And I don't know if you guys know this, but most of these axles are bent from the factory. They are actually bowed upwards in the center, so that when you put weight on each end, the tires, actually when it's unloaded, the tires will be leaning like that, so that the bottom of the tire is closer to the center of the trailer. And when it gets loaded, the load actually bends the axle in the center, and the tire will pivot so that it is straight up and down. So that's a built-in bend to the axle to adjust for loading when you get it fully loaded. So empty, the wheels are going to be angled slightly. The top of the tire is going to be out, and the bottom of the tire is going to be closer to the center of the trailer. It's going to kind of look funny unloaded, but if you get 3,500 pounds of load on a trailer, then the axle will be straight and the tires should be vertical so that they wear perfectly. I don't ever anticipate putting 3,500 pounds on my trailer, so I guess my tires will wear unevenly. Yeah, I guess the outside of the tire is going to wear out before the inside of the tire. But that's life. So next thing to do is clean out this garage a little bit so I can get this axle sideways and start laying out my side pieces for the trailer. So when I get ready to do that, I'll film another episode. Alright, so here's the finished trailer, all but the floor. Haven't done that yet. But I don't know how I'm going to get 10-foot lumber home in the back of the Explorer, so I'll wait till I get plates for this, and I'll drive this and strap it down to the back of this. I've got all LED lights. Got they call conspicuity tape, reflective tape. Got that on there so nobody will hit the trailer. Got side clearance lights here and here, and of course a red one in the back and one on the tail light. 14-inch tires, 3,500 pound axle, the coiled up safety chains. I don't have them hooked up right now, but spare tire, jack, which is all the way up at a not quite high enough for the Explorer, so I need to get a little bit of a drop hitch. It's all painted white primer with gloss black paint over top of it. Nice bright lights. That's it. Took me about a month, just working on weekends to finish it. I bought some tube plugs to fit in here, but they didn't quite fit. I bought some 2x2 plugs. They fit really nice and flush. I can take that off if I need to get to the wiring inside. Same here. Now this is a 2x3, but I don't know where I put those, so gotta look around in the garage some more. But the 2x4 sized to fit in here didn't quite fit. It said for a smaller gauge tubing, so I need to see if I can order some for a thick gauge tube. This is 120 wall. You see my coupler here. I don't know if you can see that well enough. I just welded a coupler nut to the frame, then put a bolt down inside of it and tied the ground to that, so I don't have to run the ground wire all the way from the front back here. I just ground it to the frame and ground it to the frame up here. See, I did the same thing right here. So that's the ground that goes to the wiring harness to the trailer. Did the same thing, welded a coupler nut to the frame, then put a bolt through it with the ground wire grounded to that. So it makes grounding the trailer really solid. Don't have to worry about it rusting or anything like that. I could put a cap on this, but I'm not sure if I need that. I did put some electrolytic grease all over that so it won't rust. But that's it. That's the project. Turned out really nice. I need to get a bit of a drop hitch on this trailer because it's kind of angled up in the front right now. But I do have it a little bit higher than it's going to sit. Well, that's it. All done.